nonprofit organizations. Some of the nonprofit organizations that I've worked with in the past and currently work with include the Stephen Marjorie Harvey Foundation, Ricky Smiley Foundation, YMCA, Chef G. Garvin Foundation, Boys and Girls Club. But you know what I found? Regardless as to the size of a nonprofit organization, they still share the same baseline principles for success.
And you know what I was thinking the other day. I'm like, so many nonprofit organizations go through so many different challenges. And I honestly believe, this is what I believe, that when you give 100% of your time and your efforts to anything, it will eventually come to pass. You know what I'm saying? There's just this thing that we just have to work hard. But just for a moment, tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you know someone who has started a nonprofit organization, tell them to make sure that they join me tonight, 7 p.m. You can register right there. There's a link right there. You can make sure that you register. I think there's only about maybe 15 spaces available. But my passion and my love is to make sure that nonprofit organizations and leaders have the ability to grow their nonprofit organizations just beyond measure. And so tonight is 7 p.m. I'm hosting a free webinar, but it's only for leaders of nonprofit organizations. So if you know someone who has started a nonprofit organization, tell them to use that link right there. Type that into the URL and make sure that you register. This is what you can expect tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be diving into 4 different areas of really how to raise money. In order to have a successful nonprofit organization, the bottom line is your ability to be able to raise money. And that's it. But I do recognize that when you're doing good work, and this is just for leaders of nonprofit organizations, or even in the business sector, period. I believe that when you're doing great work, money follows amazing work. Money follows the good work. So I want to encourage every leader of a nonprofit organization, whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. Like be your best. I was talking to a client yesterday, and in fact, day before yesterday, and we talked about the struggles of being in business, or the struggles of having a nonprofit organization, the struggles of being a CEO. And you know what? It's not easy. You understand what I'm saying? It's not easy. It's not easy by no means saying you're gonna wake up every day and just be and run an organization and run a business. It's not easy. However, with the level of commitment, like when you have commitment and you put commitment behind anything, eventually it's gonna come to pass. Trust me, it's gonna come to pass. And I tell this story all the time. And about 3 years ago, I put together, 3 years ago, I made this big vision board. And on this vision board, I put all of the organizations that I wanted to work for, all the organizations that I wanted to assist, right? I put them on this vision board. And so I had the Stephen Marjorie Harvey Foundation. I cut a picture out, Ricky Smiley Foundation, just several others, Boys and Girls Club, YMCA, just several others. And in that very short period of time, all of that came to pass because I kept working hard. So I want to just challenge anyone, like whatever you're doing, make sure you put in the work. Like when you put in the work and when you really go for it, oh man, there is no limit. But I want to encourage you tonight, every single person who is in business, every single nonprofit organization, if you have a nonprofit, whatever it is, make sure you register, sign up now. Everything is free. The URL is right on your screen. Make sure you sign up. Here's what I'm going to be doing. A lot of people always ask me, how do you get the grants? How do you get the grants? How do you raise money? What is that like? My ultimate goal, my passion is to be able to help nonprofit organizations grow really big, fast. And so in the nonprofit space, just a little bit, you have individual donor giving. Individual donor giving is gigantic. And so I'm gonna really be focusing on how do you able to get the individuals to be able to support the work of your nonprofit organization. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time on helping you develop a real strong individual giving strategy. make sure you're on tonight. Secondly, I'm going to be diving into corporate engagement. You know, how do you get the corporate grants? How do you get the corporate contributions, the corporate in-kind? So we'll be spending a lot of time on corporate. Then we'll also be looking at philanthropic giving. You know, philanthropic giving are these, athletes, entertainers, and celebrities who are looking to give loads of money to support nonprofit organizations. So tonight we're going to be really diving in that. And then lastly, looking at like staff, board of directors giving and all of that good stuff. So I want to encourage you, if you know somebody who has started a nonprofit organization, if you know somebody who works in a nonprofit organization, shoot them this URL, slide them this video, this live, and say, make sure that you sign up. It's happening tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Very seldom, and very seldomly do I just say, you know what, I'm just going to do a free live. I remember right leading into the holiday, leading to the Christmas holiday, I said, man, I wanted to do something really special for nonprofit organizations. So this was in the month of November and December. In the months of November, December, I wrote free proposals for anybody who wanted proposals. I did free proposals for those 2 months. And I want to tell you this, grant writing, fundraising, proposal writing, it is an art. You just don't wake up and say, I'm getting ready to write a proposal. I'm getting ready to write a grant. No, it's an art to it. And so we're going to dive into it. We're going to dive a little bit into grants tonight. But if you are a leader of a nonprofit organization, if you started a nonprofit, even if you're interested in saying, you know what, one day I might want to start a nonprofit organization, there is a link right here. Register now. It's happening tonight, 7 p.m. All I'm doing is focusing on giving, focusing on the money. How do you find the money? What is it like in the corporate giving? What are corporations looking for? How do you develop a strong individual funding campaign? Then I'm also going to really be dispelling a lot of myths out there. Because a lot of times people think you need a grant writer on your team, or you need a large team to be able to really grow your nonprofit organization, which is not true. These things are not true. I hear it all the time. Where can I get a grant? Can you ever get a grant? Where can I get a grant? If you don't get a grant, that's not true. And I'm going to be really diving into dispelling all of the myths about, if you don't get a grant, you won't get. No, that's not the case. There are so many different ways to be able to support a thriving nonprofit organization. But again, if you know someone who has a nonprofit organization, who started a nonprofit organization, tell them, register right now. Everything is free. The URL is right on your screen. This is your boy, Derek Hill. Man, I'm out. I'm just looking forward to seeing you guys tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care. Talk to you later. Peace.
My approach to building successful nonprofit organizations is so unique because of my ability to be able to connect with individuals and connect with people.
I want you to look as far as you can see and dream as big as you can dream. My job is to help you get to what you saw.
Man, I'm inviting you to take this journey with me so you can see the highs and the lows, the ups and downs. Stay tuned for more.